I'm here with Joe Walker, the quarterback for the Blue Hens. So, Joe, just talk about what's going on with the offense and what do you guys have to do this week against Towson?
Basically, offense having a great preparation week, and right now we have to be really keyed into executing on the field. They have a pretty good athletic defense, a great front seven. So we want to try to control the game up front, try to dominate running the ball and, spin it out on the perimeter a little bit so we can kind of control the pace of the game.
Yeah. Well, you guys, your offense seems like everything's, like a couple weeks ago against William & Mary, you guys had a great, a game that you guys didn't win. So you had points on the board, and last week you had a problem with Stony Brook's defense. So I guess every week it's just, different defenses, you got to get ready for.
We just had to do a little bit better job adjusting during the game. We started off pretty good all the time. We try to keep that momentum for the rest of the game. If we can find that drive, then we'll be pretty good and pretty hard to stop.
Yeah. Well, talk about the interim coach. I know Coach Brock, was sadly let go. Talk about him, the new interim coach. How's he getting adjusted being the head cheese?
It's a lot of weight on his shoulders right now, but he's handling it very, very well. Big time leader for the team right now. Making sure that we all stick together, we all play together for each other as a family, and couldn't be more proud of him in the way he's handling the situation.
Yeah. Well, talking against Towson, what do you guys, what do you see, because you're the quarterback, about their defense? What do you see for Saturday that might help you snap this losing streak?
Basically our execution. We're kind of going into this game like no any other game. We got to play with a chip on our shoulder, and because Towson have a very good athletic like linebackers and everything like that. So if we can get around them or just get a couple of blocks, we should be fine.
Yeah. Well, how was practice this afternoon? Getting ready for Towson, everything going well?
Yeah, everything's good. Everybody's keyed in and locked in to what we have to do to be successful on Saturday.
Yeah. Well, Joe, I'll let you go. I know you're a busy guy. I know you just had a long practice and you want to go home and go back and get your studies done and all that stuff. So thank you, sir, so much for spending some time with me on the phone. And I hope to see you sometime the rest of the season.
Okay, thank you.
I'm here with Malcolm Brown, one of the defensive people for the defensive, on the defensive side of Delaware for the football team. So, Malcolm, talk about this season. It's been a tough season. You saw your head coach got let go and all that stuff. What's the mood like trying to get everything back to normal for you guys?
Initially, it was a little rough. Everybody was a little disappointed, surprised about what happened with Coach Brock, but we knew that we had to stay together. We had a game coming up next week. Time wasn't on top for us, so we did everything we could to make sure we stayed together. Did everything we could to focus on our next opponent.
Yeah, you guys played Stony Brook last week, and you guys just talk about them. And this week you play Towson. So Towson is a scary 1-6 squad. So just talk about last week's game and then talk about this week's game. What do you guys see with Towson?
Last week, we had Stony Brook, and they were a great team. They were a really physical on defense, and they have a lot of playmakers on offense. So we had some trouble with them. But this weekend, we got Clawson, and they're a great team as well. They're traditionally known for running the ball, so we're going to have to do everything we can to stop that. We got some guys on the perimeter, so we'll have to defend the past game. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, and this weekend's also homecoming for you, for the school up there. So what does it mean if you guys could snap that losing streak on homecoming? Would that be a little bit more exciting, for everybody?
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely mean a lot to be able to do that in front of a homecoming crowd. It's a little different atmosphere homecoming, so It means a lot to everybody to be able to snap it.
Talk about playing at Delaware Stadium. Is it, with this situation going on, with you guys losing 4 straight, 5 straight, has the crowd still getting behind you guys, or have you seen, people, walking away, or how's it just, like I see, you see different ballparks in football, like there's the stadium, but sometimes the stadium's not full. But are you guys still getting that?
Yeah, I mean, there are people who love Delaware football, wins or losses, and that doesn't matter, and that's never going to change. But of course, you have people like this, people that start to doubt certain things. But we have a lot of really loyal fans. We have a lot of people supporting us behind it.
Yeah. Well, talk about you. What do you have to work on for your? How's your season so far, and what are you working on to improve on?
I mean, I think I've had a decent season, but obviously there's a lot more that I have to do to help the team get more wins. But I'm just working on getting everybody together. I'm working on trying to motivate everybody, trying to bring everybody to a higher level, get everybody to be their best.
Well, Malcolm, I know you just got off the practice deal. I know how was practice today? Was it a typical Wednesday practice for you, or is it different?
I mean, it was pretty much a typical Wednesday. It was full of energy. It was a nice practice. We were just getting prepared.
That's true. Well, Malcolm, thank you so much. I know you're a busy guy with your schoolwork and getting your in football, and good luck this weekend. And I hope to talk to you more down the road.
All right, thank you.
Okay, cool.
Come around, I'm able to take advantage of them. So it's more like not just show up for the big games. I've just always been ready for something like that to happen. And whenever a game like that, there's so much at stake, and like the focus is extreme.
Travis Johnson. After missing 4 games, is it tough to kind of work back into the swing of things in the offense?
No, not really. During my injury those 4 weeks, I was still running around, so I was able to run routes. The only thing I basically couldn't do was catch a football. So that was the only downside. I was still in my playbook, running the plays, and going week to week, and I was traveling with the team. So it was like I was there, but I wasn't there. You know what I mean? So actually, when I got back, it took me maybe like 2 practices to like get used to catching with buddy tape on my gloves and stuff like that. But it was really no downfall. It was just like I just picked up where I left off, kind of.
Chris Heidel.
Hey, Trey, how you doing? Doing great. How are you guys in the offense this week not going to have a letdown after a very good comeback behind Ohio State and pulling out the win last Saturday or that whiteout game? How are you guys going to keep everything rolling against a Purdue team?
It's not one of those things where it's a letdown. And we're not even really thinking about anything like that. Right now, we're just doing what we have to do, just preparing the team for each week. As we prepare for week 1, week 2, and week 10. Everything, all the preparation is the same. So nothing changes in that aspect.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I'm well. How are you?
Doing good. Talk about this weekend's game against Army. It seems like it's going to be points are going to be at the fewest between you guys and Army, because Army's you guys are only giving up like 15 points, and they giving up 15 points on their defense. So I guess if you want to tell people to come in the game, come early. You might see some maybe early points, and that's it.
Well, I mean, we're good on defense, and Army's very good on defense. So we're giving up a little over 17 points a game. They're giving up 17 points a game. We both have, our offenses are both offenses that play ball control. That Army leads the country in time of possession, and we're certainly in the top, I think, third or quarter of the country in time of possession as well. So we're both teams that rely on their defenses. We try to be opportunistic on offense and take shots when we have them. And, again, it's worked out well for Army, and it's worked out well for us this year.
How difficult is it to I know you guys play Georgia Tech, you play other teams, but the option clubs. How do you guys get yourself ready for that, and how do you guys change yourself from next week when you play a team that's not an option type team?
Well, there's two difficult transitions when you play option, and one is the week getting ready for it, and the other is the following week. A lot of the things that you spend all spring football, all August camp, all season defending, whether it's read option or vertical routes or, different combination routes and protections, what Army does and what options teams do are so unique that, you've really got to back off and change your defensive teaching going from being a pursuit-based defense to an assignment-based defense. And that's a tough switch to turn on and off on a weekly basis. So I think we're fortunate that we've had the bye week. It gave us a couple of extra days to prepare. And the other difficulty is just simulating on scout team what they do. Yeah. As hard as you work at it, you'll never do it as well as they do it.
Right. Well, good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Radio.
Hey, Bronco, how you doing?
I'm well. How about you?
I'm doing great. How are you going to control Jackson, the quarterback from Louisville? It seems like nobody stops that guy. Like, he put so many people up on the line, and he still finds a way to get a hole and make your day miserable Saturday or Friday.
Yeah, I think he's made a lot of coaches and a lot of people. They're trying to defend him miserable to this point. What I'm not sure is quite talked about enough is the supporting cast, because really the more that you put up, the more players you put up to stop him, the ball can go over your head so fast with some of the players and the speed they have a receiver that makes it a really unique challenge also. So this isn't just a single player. While he's very, very skilled and very, very good, this is a staff and a program that's recruited very, very well and has a supporting cast that complements the quarterback, where even if you chose to focus exclusively on the quarterback, you would do that at your own peril because of how fast the ball can go over your head and get the end zone by the receivers. So you punch and counter punch, and you try to get the very best matchups you can, but if you're not execution sound and playing team football with great leverage and great discipline, you're really not going to have a prayer. And Duke, to this point, was overmatched, but did the very best job, not only schematically, but execution-wise against them. And that gives us the best chance in a similar approach.
Yeah, let's talk about that. If you could pull off the upset on Saturday, what does that mean for you and your program going forward?
Well, it would be just a tangible mark and kind of a signature statement for this particular group of players, that because of all their hard work and because of how much they've been through in the past, that just there's fruits to their labor that they could show that I think would ignite them and revitalize them for years to come, not only in this program but as they move on in their lives. It'd be a great story for them to hold as just a principle they could keep going on for forever. Just keep battling, and eventually there are these moments to come through what you've earned.
Yeah. Well, good luck this week.
Hey, thanks.
Herb FM Radio.
Hi, Bobby. How you doing? Good, Christopher. How you doing? Doing great. Congratulations being bowl eligible in this early in the year. Is that something you guys, I know you're not ready, that's one thing you got done right away, being bowl eligible. Is there another step to get to this college football playoff thing?
A little bit of that.
I mean, all we're worried about right now is playing Virginia, and I don't think there's anyone on our team that feels good about becoming bowl eligible. I think we're all just focused on one game at a time and working hard in practice to continue to improve and get better.
And talk about Virginia. What are the three keys for you guys to beat Virginia? And it's supposed to be, it looks like a warm day in the mountains of Virginia on Saturday.
Good. We like warm days. That's one thing our players like. Is majority of them are from the South and from Florida, and they always like those warm days. So that'll be very good for us. We know they're a very good football team. They're getting better as the year goes on. They continue to execute their offense very well. We've got to do a good job of stopping the run on 1st and 10 and 2nd down. We've got a running back that's had success against us in the past and is a very good player. defensively, their front guys are very, very active and good players, and we've got to be very consistent and keep our quarterback clean and establish the run.
Well, good luck this week. Safe travels to Charlottesville.
Thank you.
With Herb FM Radio.
Hey, Coach Mark, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing great. What are the 3 keys this weekend to pull out a win in South Bend against Notre Dame? I know Notre Dame's struggling with their defense.
3 keys.
Yeah.
3 keys. I hadn't thought of the 3 keys yet. I think that we've got to, on both sides of the ball, either run it well or slow down the run game. It's so important to get to your third downs if you are having a third down that it's real manageable, short to medium. You don't want a lot of third and longs, and you don't want the score to get away from you where you just feel like you got to chunk it every down. Not like that happened last time we played. When we played Virginia Tech.
Mm-hmm.
We got to continue to secure the ball well. We haven't got enough turnovers really lately. We've got a lot of negative yardage plays, which is big, but it'd be good to win that turnover battle for sure. And then when it's time to kick the ball, we got to get points on the board. We've had 2 kicks blocked, an extra point blocked. We've had a field goal blocked, and we just missed a field goal. Missed an extra point. So we just got to be solid in the kicking. And really, besides that, we've been pretty stinking good in our kicking teams. But that's the one thing people want to remember. So when we kick, when we kick an extra point or field goal, we need to get points out of it.
And do you have to protect Brad, because Brad last week got sacked so many times it looked like he was getting rushed every 5 minutes. He couldn't get himself established.
Well, yeah. Here's the deal on that. And like I said before, if you look at how many sacks we had prior to that game, we had one game with 8 sacks, which is a lot, but we got behind. We started chunking it every down, and probably, we got to run the ball better and stay, either with the lead or a very close ball game. So we just don't need to get behind in the score, behind the sticks, and feel like we have to just throw the ball every down to win the game. It's just not a healthy way to play football.